Hey guys, this is Esteban from TiSurvival. I apologize for not having done any videos in a really long time. I just picked up a GoPro 3 Plus Black Edition camera, so I'm gonna hopefully be doing a lot more videos now. This is a boker kwaiken. I just finished anodizing. I've anodized a lot of these. I really do like these knives. They're very simple in design. They're not very fancy, but they are nice. This one is anodized with skulls, which are stenciled on the handles, and then anodized a bronze color. It's great how the light catches the anodizing. It's almost like a holographic feel to it. Here's the backspacer. The backspacer is also titanium. Now another thing I did on this knife, the one flaw that this knife has, or design flaw, is that the flipper portion of the blade is very slippery from factory. So when you get this, from boker, when you try to flip this knife, your finger kind of just slides. You could see here, this part of the knife right here, this is how the entire length of the blade is, and it's just, I mean, your finger just slides when you try to do that. So a lot of people have been modifying these with grooves, trying to make it stickier. I guess if you have one of these and you don't want to cough up the money to have somebody modify one of these for you, you could probably get like a 60 grit sandpaper and just sand that a little bit and just make it a little grippier. It'll help a lot. The customer that sent this knife to me requested this to be done. I had never worked on one of these before, at least the flipper portion of it. And at first I just sandblasted this section, and it did help a lot, but it still wasn't as grippy as I wanted it. So I went ahead and cut some grooves into here, and then sandblasted that area as well. So now it's really sticky. Now it opens right up. You don't really have to fiddle with it too much. Your finger just goes right on there, and it flips pretty good. For any of you that are interested in getting these anodized, the work I did on this one came out to $45. It's usually $35 for the anodizing, and this includes the stenciling. And then to take the knife apart, I charge $10. Normally, most knives are not that complicated to take apart. This one had a few issues. The backspacer was stuck. I'm not sure if boker glues this from factory. This was the first time I was taking one of these apart, but it was really stuck on there. So if you don't have the proper tools to remove that without damaging the knife, it might not be a good idea. The other thing is that the mechanism here where the pivot is, it has some bearings in there, and they're not sealed. So when you take the knife apart, the blade, you could see about 20 or 25 little beads going around a little groove that's in there, and they're tiny. So if you take the knife apart and you drop some of those beads, there might not be any way of replacing those. What I did was, as soon as I took the knife apart, I put a piece of tape over that, so that I could work on this and not risk losing any of those bearings. You do have to be careful when you're removing the tape, because the tape tends to pull some of those bearings out. I guess if you're real careful, you could probably modify this without even taking the knife apart. You know, you could probably get a Dremel or a file or a small hacksaw, maybe a jewelry saw, and cut those grooves in there without taking the knife apart. But you know, you have to be really careful with that. But overall, it's a very nice knife. I really enjoy working on these because the handles are so simple that it makes it a pleasure to put stenciling on it. And I really do like the holographic feel that this has. But anyways, that's it. It's the boker kwaiken.